Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and welcome back to my channel. So for today's Halloween look, I think I'm going to try to do like a scary pumpkin thing. But instead of doing my whole face, I think I'm just gonna like do parts of it. As you know, with these things, I usually just like make it up as I go. This will be like kind of my take on it. Everybody, like a ton of people have done scary pumpkin makeup looks, so if mine looks eerily similar to somebody else's out there, like that's not intentional. Just because like so many people have done it. So yeah, let's just get started. So first what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to kind of do like this quadrant as like regular makeup. So I'm just going to start with a little bit of foundation, eyebrows, set it, and then we'll come back for the eyes. So I just did like literally like this side of my face. Next I'm going to take the City Color Cosmetics La Sandia palette. This is a eyeshadow palette with some nice oranges in here, and I'm just going to take this and basically give myself like a very basic like orange smoky eye. I'm not trying to go for anything super dramatic because I want the focus to be on the side of my face that is a pumpkin. So just kind of blending out some colors and kind of slapping on a bit of like one of the shimmers in there for eyeshadow. So just like that, super simple. I'm going to come back and finish it after I kind of do this side of my face. So what I'm going to do for the orange, instead of using face paint, what has worked well in the past for me is actually mixing foundation with orange eyeshadow. So still taking that Superstay foundation in 220 that I used on the other side of my face. I'm literally just like squeezing some onto a plate. And then what I'm doing is I am taking this Sugar Pill Cosmetics eyeshadow, and I am just going to literally use a stick that I found in my house. I don't know where my spatula is. So I'm just going to start like scraping parts of it off. So yeah, it's not like a ton, but I'm basically just like mixing it up with the spatula, my stick, my literal wooden skewer. And I'm going to basically use this to apply with my beauty blender. I'm just applying this kind of down the side of my face that I want to be the pumpkin. And then I'm also going to bring it down into my neck a little bit as well. So I'm not going to worry about it if it's not like 100% even, just because I'm probably going to go over it again with that eyeshadow anyway. So I am taking like a pretty fluffy brush, dipping back into that eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go over the part that I already did the orange foundation on, just to kind of make it more orange and get it to be a little bit brighter, because I felt like my foundation was just a hair dark. So next what I am going to do is I'm going to take this Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Porcelain. It is quite a bit lighter than my skin. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dab it kind of like on the edges of this orange, because I want to do kind of that like wrinkly skin look. And I'm just going to blend it out with like a little brush. Like, it does not take a lot. This stuff a little bit goes a really long way. And I think I'm going to attempt to do it like kind of on my neck too, just because I have color there as well. Like I said, just making this up as I go along. Next, I'm going to dig into some face paint. If you don't have face paint, I would say like black eyeliner, like gel liner, also works. It's a lot of area to cover, so it might be like a way cheaper deal to get black face paint of some kind. I splurged recently and got myself the Mehron Paradise palette. So this thing is huge. So I have a ton of different colors now, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the black, put some water in it. It's a water activated face paint, and I'm just going to start going around the outline of the orange. The best thing about this is that if your hands are not steady like mine, it actually works out because it's supposed to be kind of jagged. So continuing to use the black, I am kind of filling in my nose. I'm going to start filling in my eye as well. I'm just gonna kind of just like go right now into like all of the black parts, and then also I'm gonna do the mouth as well. So still using that black face paint and kind of just like going to town. I should also mention this is like, oh my goodness, I literally stuck this brush in my eye. Clearly I cannot talk and do this at the same time. Okay, so this is like, I have to say, my first time working with face paint that's not white, and I'm actually really surprised at how easily this is going on and how opaque it is, and I really like it, except for the fact that I literally just stabbed myself in the eye. Okay, I'm gonna move on to my lips. Hopefully my eye gets better. Again, still using the same black face paint, and I'm going to draw like a jagged jack-o'-lantern mouth, just because I feel like the jack-o'-lantern mouths that are like kind of flat on the tops and bottom, where it kind of looks kind of more jigsaw-y, I just don't feel like that is quite as scary looking. So I definitely want to do like some jagged edges. My brush is not that fine, but we'll kind of see how it goes, and you know, kind of do like that creepy smiley shape. So I'm gonna save like my inner lips for last, just because I don't want to make the same mistake I just made with my eyeball with my lips and like ingest a bunch of this. So I'm just gonna go and fill that in at the end. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow single. This is in the shade Noir. This is like one of my favorite black eyeshadows because it's so black. And I am just going to start using a brush and drawing the lines of the pumpkin, so all the way from the top down towards my neck. And then I'm also going to use a different brush and start blending that out a little bit so it's not super harsh. But yeah, just drawing like these striations of the pumpkin. Okay. Was that as clean as it could be? No, but you know what? I'm not real good at this. Okay, so I'm gonna take these first smaller brush. I'm gonna take that same black eyeshadow, and I am going to start making like the little wrinkle lines above and below like my pumpkin, just to try to get the illusion that my skin is like wrinkling over the pumpkin. I don't know if that makes any sense at all. So I don't know, I don't feel like that worked quite that well. It doesn't feel very like, oh great, now I have eyeshadow everywhere. Anyway, I'm just gonna kind of like leave it at that. Okay, so next I'm going to take the Vivid Pigments palette. This is from Colored Rain. I am going to take this yellow color right here, and I am going to take a blending brush and go up and down the pumpkin, kind of where in between the black lines, just to try to like bring that part out and highlight that part a little bit to give it a little bit more dimension, because I feel like it's a little flat right now, but I'm not sure if this is gonna help. Shading is not my forte. I don't know if this is making a difference at all on camera, but it's making a difference like in the mirror. I feel like the pumpkin is a more orange now instead of just like, I felt like my pumpkin might have been a little bit more red. So I'm hoping that it's actually making a difference on camera, because I am liking how this yellow is kind of helping the orange of the pumpkin. So I'm going to pop on lashes onto this eye real quick and just smoke out the bottoms of my lash line to kind of complete that side of my eye. And I think the last thing I'll do is just fill in my lips. Maybe I'll put in contacts. We'll see. Okay, Han, before I move on, I'm just going to try the concealer that I used earlier onto like the middles of those striations where I put the yellow, just because I feel like it's just missing a little something, you know? But I am just going to take a tiny bit on my finger to blend, because I feel like it can get very aggressive really quickly if I do this. So this is going to take some patience, but I think I want to say it'll be worth it. So I actually feel like that made a huge difference in person. And again, I'm really hoping it'll show up on camera, because this I feel like worked pretty well as a highlight. Okay, I should probably stop playing with it now. But I am glad I kind of took the time to do that, because I think, oh, all right, too much concealer right there. But I feel like, all my fingers are dirty. I do feel like it is looking a little bit better in terms of like shading and stuff. By the way, because this is a water activated paint, your saliva like literally will dissolve it off your lips. So I don't know if these are like safe to ingest or safe to use around your eyes. So please use this at your own risk. Do not come after me if you have a bad reaction. You should always patch test before doing stuff like this. So last but not least, I feel like I've said 5 million things were the last things, but for real, I think last thing, I'm going to pop in just a contact on my right eye on the pumpkin side, just to elevate this look a little bit. Okay guys, so that is it for my pumpkin look today. I feel like once I had some patience and went in with the different concealers and colors and blended it out a little bit, it looked a lot better, at least in person. I hope it looks good on camera, not like super flat, just like one color orange. Yeah, so I actually really enjoyed this look. I think if I were to do it again, I would like really look up how to make like these wrinkles look more real, but I'm happy with like the way the pumpkin part turned out. Like I said, this is like my first time using like actual face paint to like do like a more intricate look, so I'm pretty proud of myself, honestly. But yeah, let me know what else you'd like to see for Halloween. I'm thinking about maybe doing a clown look, but I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this tutorial. Like I said, please use face paint and stuff around your mouth and your eyes at your own risk. Like, please do not come after me for anything. Okay, I hope you guys have enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!